This is two shy guys a mile high, and we're gonna run it like through.
Certified on the track.
Yo, we are back. It's your boys, 2CGMH, Two Shot Guys a Mile High. We in the lair, as always, beware. You in here with your boy, P-Wil, Mr. Feel Good.
It's your boy W.W.W. Come fly with me, but you can't fly for free.
And it's your boy Al-Diga,
the architect.
Let's build together. That's what it's been about. That's what it's got to be about. I know we've been talking about changing
I'm still trying to have a serious face.
I get it, man.
See, we gonna change up the order one day. We just gonna let you go first, man, and we gonna build off you.
Fair. I mean, it's just we've started a certain way, and I don't mind, being the last or the first or the third. It doesn't matter. I mean, we get together, we talk crap, man, but we always here for each other, man. I think that's the power of this, because it's just three different perspectives, man, but we all trying to do the same thing, which is uplift, help, be a blessing to others. And
I'm gonna help you by letting you go first. We're gonna swagger yours out, man. We're gonna get it right, man. But how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling this morning?
Good.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning. It's been good, man.
Top of the morning.
WB, thank you for making that drink for me, man.
Hey, shout out Whiskey with Will.
This nectar is delectable. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
That definitely was fire, bro.
That's what I do.
But we was talking about it. I think we should bring that conversation up now, because we was talking about just being creative, right? And kind of having maybe a vision now, and then maybe it doesn't work right now, but you can put it to the side, right? I didn't know you were doing it like that. The whiskey stuff, man. It's a good drink. It's really a good drink, and I just appreciate you, sharing that with us, because it's cool.
No, I had a few of the drinks, man. I just I appreciate it. And then, what do you get your ideas for some of the drinks that you do put together?
Usually Google. Shout out to the people at Woodinville. They be holding it down. They really be treating me and wifey like family when we come through there, and it's crazy because they're a huge distillery out here in Woodinville, Washington, but it's just good. Like, I go there, they show me love, you know what I'm saying? They be like, hey, it's good to see you, the people behind the product. So I think it just hits a little bit different.
But it's a testament to your character, though, right? Like we're three gentlemen right here, you know what I'm saying? But don't come at us the wrong way. We'll give you that two-piece combo. But we've been able to, I think, be creative and be who we are, because just we've been able to treat people, with respect and dignity, right? I think, and it's not a lot of that happening right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are treating each other like crap, and I think, my wife and I talked about that. That gives us an advantage, unfortunately, just to have integrity, right? Just to have, a sense of customer service, a sense of duty, right? And when you meet people, they are attracted to somebody who's just a person of their word, right? And you've been a person of your word. Right? We've been here, consistently doing everything that we do to put out this content, to be creative. That takes time, right? Out of our day, but we've been consistent. And I think we talked about it before, that the decisions you make determines the quality of your life, right? And so if you treat yourself right and you treat other people right, I mean, you're going to be able to walk in those places and be like, hey, how's it going? And they just show you love.
And I think just to piggyback off the thing that you said is the vision.
Yeah.
It's we seen this from, the early days of playing at Oxbow. Oxbow been closed 4 years now. We had a vision to say what we wanted to do in terms of put together content, and then sitting down and brainstorming and having those sessions where we kind of sat down, chopped it up about where we wanted this to go, and the vision for it, and having that like-minded vision, we've been able to propel it in the way that we want to, and then continue to make it as big as we can and share it with everybody that's listening, our families.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's a testament of the work that we put in, the hard work that we put in, and the countless nights of not getting it right, and then just getting it to a point where we putting that perfection on it, putting that what we feel is our perfection and what we put into it in our effort.
Yeah, yeah. And we have a team too, right? Like all of us together. It's not just like, okay, you know, Phil doing it all, or Will doing it all, or Al doing it all. Like we come together.
Yeah, I appreciate you not letting me fumble in this story and this example, my brother.
But you know, we learn and we you know, we get better, right? You know what I'm saying? And I get it.
Hey, I'm building with you, my dude.
Absolutely,
I'm building
bro.
with you.
Absolutely, man. And so, you know, I don't know, man. Like when we get together, I get really I think my hope levels go really up, right? Because like we don't see each other that much during the week. Like I just want to be transparent with folks. Like we still communicate, you know, via text, or we'll see each other here and there because everybody got different things going on, right? Mm-hmm. But when we sit down and we have a chance to have these conversations, man, I don't know, man. I can't help but to give my all, right? Because I know I'm in a safe space with y'all. Like we don't all share the experiences together. You know what I'm saying? And we don't all I've seen evolved, right, into, you know, the version of the men that we aspire to be, right? And it comes from, you know, having that team, having that consistency, having that vision of, I want to be, let's just say, for example, the best father on the planet, right? That comes with having a vision of, I want to see my boys be able to live their best life. So how do I do that? I have to be the example, right? I have to think about,
yeah,
you know, how do I want to be when I'm 50, right? I can't wait to 50 to be that. I got to think ahead and say, okay, at 40, I need to be doing what I need to be doing right now to be the guy at 50, right? Where I can, you know, my wife and I, we can bless other people. We can just say, hey, we don't have to work per se for, you know, a corporation or something. We can stand on our own and be able to give like we want to. You know what I'm saying? We have to have a vision for that and have to look and do the things now that's going to lend towards that, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's just the habits that we have, right? You know what I'm saying? We talked about habits. You know, it's the consistency that we have. You know what I'm saying? How we treat ourselves, how we treat others. It's all connected. Mm-hmm. It's all connected. And so when we talk about that at Woodinville, of course they're going to open the door for you.
Yeah, if I never said that, I'm thankful for y'all.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. And I'm thankful that we get a chance to do this together, man, as brothers and be able to share some of our wins and our losses. You know? Yeah. Well, just what are you thankful for? You know, what are you thankful for this year in this crazy, you know, pandemic-y, flip-floppy time right now, man? Real talk.
Man, I'm thankful for family, life, more life. Because, you know, around COVID, man, COVID is real. You know what I'm saying? I had some family members and some close ones that, you know, that passed because of it. And shout out to them and you know, pray for the family and for everybody that's, you know, been involved or been affected by it, because we know what's out here. So, but I'm thankful for still having a chance to, you know, be that father.
Yes, sir.
And be that man and change lives as well. It's it's definitely a lot of stuff that can be done better. It's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, and as long as you are able to, you know, keep your head up and know that, you know, there's a greater purpose of what you're here for and the life that you were supposed to live, you know, living by faith and with the Lord, man, and continue to put your best foot forward and to help people, like you say. That's what I'm thankful for, is just being able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's your boy WB. Come follow me. I'm thankful for a lot of things.
Yeah, for real.
I'm thankful for God first and foremost, the head of my life.
Absolutely.
Honcho. Thankful for my wife, you know, being along with the journey with me as I grow into who God needs me to be. Thankful for my influences within my family, you know, my mom, my dad, my sisters, cousins, grandmothers, all of them. So I'm very thankful for them. Thankful for y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Holding it down.
You. Yes, sir.
POP.
Thankful for just being able to wake up.
Yeah,
You know,
for real.
Hey, that's
Because that's the
it.
first blessing, man.
Right.
You always got to give up and give praise, man.
yeah.
Just for opening your eyes and being able to do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I mean, you know, we here in the layer, man, and I mean, just thankful for just wanting to have that spirit of learning, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause this coming from where we come from, bro. Like, this ain't something that's normal. You know what I'm saying? I have to really always check myself and think like, yo, because I'll be hard on myself sometimes. Like, I should be further ahead, or I should be at some point that I'm placing this unrealistic expectation of myself, right? And I should be really, like, we talked about this in the car, bro. Like, I should be thankful really for where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? And really enjoy that. And just having, you know, a woman in my life that really sees me, you know what I'm saying? And really is trying to be, first of all, the best version of herself, not only for her, but for me, because she knows when we're strong. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that we can't accomplish, man. I'm just thankful for having that support system, man. Because I know a lot of cats in my life, man, that we grew up and they're, you know, the person that they're with or the partner that they decide to be with is just not on the same page with them, bro. And it's so tough to have a vision and that person not have that shared vision with you, or at least support you enough to say, all right, I'm not going to throw obstacles in your way. I'm going to help you get to that point, right? You know what I'm saying? So just really thankful for that, you know, having a great team, you know what I'm saying? Of people that I can talk to when times get tough, man, like it's been. You know what I'm saying? Like just having that, I think that support system, that's just been such a blessing to me, man. And if I never told y'all, like I appreciate that, because if we don't have this type of outlet like this and this type of platform, it's hard, you know what I'm saying, to go through that by yourself, you know, and just, you know, just thankful for opportunities to help, you know, in communities, man, right now, you know, because a lot of people hurt out there. And some people just need to know that there is a way to get through this, and it's just keeping the faith, you know, like WB said, keeping your foot on the pedal. And I think we've hopefully been able to do that here with the consistency that you guys have seen, and, you know, just thankful obviously for, you know, my three boys, man, you know, just being able to watch them grow, especially through this where they have no idea what's happening out there, and, you know, being able to create the environment for them to, you know, just learn about who they are, you know, while having at least a safe space of, you know, big brother and, you know what I'm saying, dub, you know what I'm saying, drip. Like, I know that if God forbid something ever happened to me, they still will be able to be supported and be able to have that life. So I'm just thankful, man, for, maybe I guess the 20-year-old version of me just starting to say, hey, get your crap together, bro. And actually sticking to that. So
No, that's real.
yeah.
And also, of course, thankful for Tasha and my son and family and stuff.
sir.
I gotta, of course, can't
Yes,
make
sir.
it.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I was like,
No, that's
see,
implied.
That's why you need to go
implied.
first, because you trouble. It's like now people gonna be competing me like, well,
No, that's implied. That's what we do it for, man. They know
for
every
real.
day. They know that's what we do it for, man.
No, that's real. But just having conversations and just trying to understand more about what's going on from other perspectives. I had a conversation with PJ and Tasha just about like motivation, and I'm thankful for having the motivation. And, you know, this is one part of our motivation is just to get here and put out the content, but just having other things that's going on in our lives. We all trying to pursue, you know, different directions to help each other build what our foundation are and continue to grow. So it's all about having motivation and things that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, we are able to sit down here and put together a podcast because we're passionate about giving out information. We're passionate about, you know, chopping it up with each other just to figure out how our day is going, because, you know, mental health is real, and being able to have self-care and decompress and unload your feelings is just a way to help each other grow and get out of situations and understand and learn from each other and to pitch ideas and make it, man.
Yes, sir.
A lot of these companies started from the garage talks, those layered talks. So what's to say that we can't, during this pandemic, see GMH going to the moon?
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? It starts from just from the little pebbles that you put in and creating that large structure and that creating that foundation to build off of and to have those architects rocking like we got the architect popping.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And bars.
No, but man, but you're right though. Like, and let's stay there because it is those small steps, right? It's not the big leaps and bounds that people think. You know,
those are good too, but you gotta celebrate all wins.
Crawl before you can run. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people can get up and just run. I mean, if you gifted like that to skip a few levels, but I mean, from where I come from, I know this level right here. I mean.
We ain't got that GTA cheat code, L1, R1.
Was it AB, up, down, select, start? You remember that from back in the day? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles code, you know, or the Contra.
Exactly.
AB, select, start. Mm-hmm. But I mean, but thinking about that, there was a code, right? There was a cheat code. And if you knew the code, you was able to switch up the game. So that just brings up a good point. Like, when did y'all know the code to your life? Meaning like, all right, this is what I want to do, and this is kind of how I need to position myself to do it. Because I think we talk about vision a little bit, right? You can see it, but it starts with just that first step. Like, can you just kind of talk about like when you have a vision, like how do you get started? Because I think sometimes that's the toughest part, right? Like just getting started with something. And that's just up to anybody to answer that one.
Yeah, I've been listening to y'all because y'all been dropping a lot of stuff that I probably need to be hearing right now, especially because I'm always the type of person where if I do something, I want to do it well, so I can be overly critical, unrealistic expectations, thinking that I'm not doing enough, and meaning me not making progress because I'll end up backtracking or just turning the negative spiral. So coming outside of that, just knowing that you just, like you said, you got to enjoy every step, enjoy every piece of pebble that you are building the foundation off of. Yeah. But in terms of getting started, it's just about taking the first step. And I think I've said this about my own personal life and thinking about how my own brain operates as well too. I could research it till I'm blue in the face. I could find an abundance of information to be able to know that this is what I need to do. This is the plan. But sometimes it's hard for me to just execute or just get started. And it's my own self and my own mind blocking me from just getting to the work that needs to be done, you know?
Fair.
I want to be good at computer programming in Python because I want to pass these classes, right? Yes, I can't just wake up in the morning and be looking at stuff and reading stuff, but not actually coding, thinking that I'm going to get better. You know, it does help a little bit, but actually just getting to the work of doing the work and not saying that it's hard work. And just really being realistic with yourself about timelines, expectations, as well as just breaking stuff down into smaller chunks. Yeah. Recently, I just built a gimbal board because I came back from a wedding and my boy O got married to his lovely wife Meg. So
shout out!
She had this kanban, so she had this little kanban board going on with all the stuff that she had to do. So I just kind of took that idea and took a little bit of continuous improvement on it. So I have like little swim lanes on mine. I have color codes to know what fits into what bucket grouping, whether it be for work, whether it be school, whether it be personal, whether it be for the house, or whether it be on the honey-do list, which is always on the top line and stays on the top line, you feel me? So just being able to get better at being like, all right, this is what I need to do, this is what I have to do. Just taking those steps piece by piece instead of just researching, instead of just thinking about it, just actually doing the work. You know,
it's part of the execution, and what we get from that is all being from a STEM background. Is just the metrics shows the data,
right?
And you can see yourself because life is a process, and the more you are developing, increasing productivity, your throughput is better. So the stuff, the products that you producing gets better, and the overall quality of how you do something, the quality of life is built on this process.
Absolutely.
So like the more that you're able to look at your metrics on how you perform, and the more you can identify your bottlenecks and identify the things that you need to work on to increase your performance. You know what I'm saying? We use it as work terms and, you know, all the lean principles and Six Sigma, but we can also apply it to your life. And, you know, and the thing is, when we say, I know you're talking about it, when we say we learn this stuff, it's from trial and error too. It's like, that's how I was able to learn about just appreciating those small chunks is very similar on how we, you know, approach the game, and just being our hardest critics.
Yep.
I'm my hardest critic as well. So, you know, perfectionist with the things that you want to be perfect in, and you want to be perfect, so you try to exude that perfectionist. But we also know that it's not going to go right the first time.
Right.
But we try to.
But that's just improvement mindset,
Yep.
right? And it's not like you said, the perfectionism is in the execution. Like that's what I try to do, right? Like, and I think that you talk about that as well, trying to be perfect in execution, but not knowing that you're perfect.
F-I-E.
Absolutely, boy. You know about has, man. That's we got some acronyms, man. We can't go into that, but you gotta be flawless in the execution part, not knowing and not even getting down on yourself if you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't do it as quote unquote planned. Mm-hmm. Because not having a plan, you definitely not gonna hit your mark. Mm-hmm. But having a plan, you have a much better chance of getting to where you're going. And I think, like you said, being lean experts here, you know, I'm a green belt. I know you guys are black belts, that next level. It's you can't help but to have that type of mindset. And if you can, like you said, those are principles can apply to life. Yeah. Because you get out the waste, right? The distractions, Tim Woods, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like once you get all the distractions out of your life, now the quality of life has to go up. Because now you don't have those distractions that are taken away from the creative juices, the creative times that we all need, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I think we talked about it too. Like, we can get on this about having our schedules, you know, kind of help us stay focused there. Because I'm just a night owl, man. Like, I don't go to bed till probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it stems from just college and just being up. Like, that was when people were kind of just, they were coming back from parties and they would just all pass out. And I could just be quiet, you know what I'm saying? I can do my work. Obviously, I'm on campus, so I'm safe. I'm not really out in the streets like that, so I can be up at 3. And I think it just carried over to my life. But, you know, we talk about scheduling and how that affects, you know, being able to make those, you know, quality decisions, right? Where there's no distractions. How do you guys use your schedule now? Like, I know like I said, we were just talking about these conversations. I just want to kind of get it out here while we were just discussing some stuff. Like, do you really rely on your schedule to kind of help you through the day, or is it more so like, I just push it because I have meetings and things like that? Or
no, I try to lay out the important things that are planned and being able to see those. Like, we got a calendar where we list out, you know, the daily things that we do in our personal lives, and we got a business calendar on the things that we also executing on the side and our, you know, whatever our hustle are and the passions. Mm-hmm. So we're able to have that the way the family can see it and everybody can see like what's on the agenda overall and the goals that we all setting. So meetings and rental drop-offs and school meetings and birthdays and everything, just so we can stay on task. We know that things come up and you got to pivot and adjust. So being able to lay out the big things, that way you can manage the small things as they come along. Yep. You know, because everything, you're going to have to do your firefighting. You're going to have to be out there in the trenches. We already know that things come up on the drop of a dime. You got to make the pivots. So being able to address things overall is what we need to tackle as a team, and then having my own things. I got my personal calendar as well that I keep on my phone for work. Nice. And I just use those things just to kind of balance out my day, and then also put in the actual downtime for myself. Yes. Because you need those things, you know what I'm saying? The downtime when I can just be to myself or hang out with Tasha or just, you know, continue to mentor or teach PJ something or hang out with Tunchi, man. You got to have those things kind of, where can I get that in at in order to have that balance between work life. Even though there's no work-life balance, you got to be able to balance your family and your priorities. Right. So I use that to prioritize what I need to get taken care of for the day. So schedule for sure.
Yeah. No, it helps. It helps with the vision though too, because then like you can really get ahead of stuff. Like soon as like an appointment come up, like I think we talk about that 5-second rule. Like you really got 5 seconds to get it done, or you know you're gonna forget that thought that you got. So if something comes up, I need to schedule it. I'll say, hold on, babe, let me get to the calendar, put that thing in there, alert everybody, tag everybody in it. Now it's set. So like if something come up, like it'll give you an alert a week ahead. Oh snap! I gotta get on that. You know what I'm saying? And you set those little parameters to keep you focused, right?
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
That still takes.
It does.
Because I could be a clown sometimes. I shouldn't call myself a clown. I'm not. I could be very stubborn and I could see the actual reminder, be like, you know, the way that my executive brain function, decision making tree is made up. Sometimes I'm just like, You know what I'm saying? When I get to it, I get to it. When there, and then I'm rushing and running too late. So learning how to revert from those negative patterns as well too.
Just honoring your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying like it's not the hardest thing to do once you start doing it, right? Like you said, like you were just saying, just do it, right? Like it pop up on my watch or it pop up on. We got all these smartphones and smart gadgets. Yeah. It's popping up telling you to remind you for the iOS, right? Like set a reminder for your life, right? I gotta go, self-care. Like I set that thing up, like Thursday meditation. I know 9:30. That's gonna be the time. If I don't get up at 9:30, I miss it. That's on me. But I set aside the time. You know what I'm saying, to do that, and I can at least be prepared to go ahead and get myself ready the next day for that. Excuse me, the previous day.
It take practice too, though. Yeah. You can't just jump in and just say, "All right, I'm gonna just be a master at it." And Absolutely. We out there like manufacturing. We don't want to address change and stuff like that. But practicing. That's how you can get better at it, even though, the system works. It's proven to work. And I'm not more of the electronic calendar for what I want to task in my home, because I know everybody kind of looks at the electronics and want to break away from it, or at least I do sometimes. So I like to have a physical joint up there. So I put it on the refrigerator. Everybody going to go to the refrigerator to crib. So having that refrigerator calendar for me, I feel like that works better than looking at my phone calendar, because I can tap into an app quicker that's going to distract me over going to my schedule on my calendar, even though you have it on your main screen or whatever. But for me, what works is the physical calendar on the fridge, because everybody got to look at it. Yeah. It's a clean fridge with just the calendar on it. Hey, check this out while you're going to get that snack.
I feel you. I was low-key thinking about taking that one step further, but that is money to be made with the ones where you can have a screen of just a calendar that you can just attach to the TV, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily from the distraction standpoint, but just so everything can be integrated and you can have some little automated tasks, but that's going next level. I think first level is just doing it. That's a good first cut. You know what I'm saying?
When you get super proficient at the calendar, then you can have an electronic calendar, which is even more inclusive to having more change around it. See, I need to start from the
and it depends
from the bottom. Now we here.
It depends on straight up start from the bottom. Now we here.
I wasn't playing.
But I think it depends on the audience too. Like, because Mary and I use the electronic boy because the kids are 5 and 7. Rio is 23, so he got his own schedule. But he knows, okay, be here at these times. We keep him informed of what's going on. And so we use the digital boy because, she's mainly on her phone, using that to be in her groups, send out information for people, advocacy, things like that, emails. She's very mobile. So if she updates something on her phone, boom, it goes right to my phone, and it's no I gotta wait to get home to see the calendar. So we're a little bit more on the go there as well. And our boys are younger. They're not looking at the calendar. They like, give me the food, bro. They're not going in the fridge like, oh, I have soccer today. They're like, no, like, give me this. Where the food at? That's the only focus they got when they go to the fridge. They ain't looking at no schedule. So, we use it electronic. It works well for us. Because
I think a mixture of both works as well too.
No, it does.
Just trying to figure out a hybrid, right? Yeah. For me, I'm old school. I like the pen to paper type of feel because it just builds a different mind muscle. It's just something different when you write something out versus when you type it out, or when you're more vocal on a voice note. So all those different things play a part into it. But at the same time, I'd like the fact that if it's digital, somebody else can see it too, So it's just trying to, and I don't want to duplicate work, but at the same time, these are the type of things that I have to work around in my own head. And instead of psyching myself out, I'll be like, what about all these edge cases that even haven't realized or even haven't even occurred, instead of just doing just setting up the calendar. If that makes sense.
Well,
so even just having those, whatever works for whatever person, but you got to start somewhere at the end of the day.
But having that foundation of just some type of structure though of your day, like it does help make decision making a little bit better. And then you're not fumbling, right? You got, okay, I know, 2 weeks from now I got some downtime coming, vacation or whatever,
and you plan it out.
Yeah, that's like, I think that's what it's been. And that's how you get to the next level. I think you're able to do more with your time when you're intentional with where it goes. Yeah.
It's always great tagging up with y'all, man, and having these conversations. I think that was real informative on how we, share the schedule and share that vision. And just coming from like-minded people with different visions in mind, how can we align those to get, having aligned objectives to get to those end goals and help each other along the way. So it's always a pleasure sitting down and chopping it up and understanding how y'all minds work and how we can, learn from each other. Because my physical calendar versus your digital calendar, we can put those together and get that hybrid calendar, that WB, come fly with me. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to learn from all, because I might have to implement a little bit of that electronic,
it helps.
To it.
It helps, man. I mean, just having a plan for your day.
Yeah, that might be my next step. That might be my step up. I like getting intimate with the calendar. Everybody got their physical writing on there, and being able to say, hey. Because anybody can touch it, but having the same, because everybody gonna hit that refrigerator, man.
Yeah. I think it builds a positive reward dopamine effect on your brain, knowing that you actually wrote something out, you did something, and you accomplished it, move it over to done, and that is something that my brain likes. My brain likes dopamine hits. The hit of getting something done that my wife was done. Great. I feel great. You know what I'm saying?
Check that honey.
Doing what I need to do. Right. Check it off. Doing what I need to do for myself, for the Whiskey with Will stuff, or the podcast, or class, or whatever it may be. Getting those things accomplished.
And it's visual too, though. It really helps, because think about if I get to see, okay, Drip Chronicles he only got 2 hours in a day really to do anything. I shouldn't be putting more on you. If we agree that, okay, this is the calendar, this is the schedule. Yeah, that's real. Everybody can see, okay, I don't need to be putting so much more pressure on my dude over here, because damn, Monday through Friday he not getting home till 8. And I know every single thing that he's doing is for our family. So you see what I'm saying? It gives you that visual accountability for yourself, but it also gives you the other people the awareness of, this is actually the work that I'm putting in. You know what I'm saying? And if you know me, I'm abiding by my schedule, I'm doing that, you stick to the script, what's going to happen. Yeah. You're gonna see the other side of that and going to be like, now we can chill and do a podcast, because I got this 4 hours. My wife knows that from this time to this time, we in the layer. Like, she's not going to blow my phone up, because why? Her way of supporting me is acknowledging and respecting the calendar, saying, okay, he's 4 hours in. If something comes up that's an emergency, I'll ping him then, but I'm not going to mess with him, because I know he's in here getting stuff done that's going to help not only the people that's listening, but also our family, as we put this on wax, right?
Yeah, but there's levels to it too, because now, knowing that if she calls you right now, you're going to answer the phone, because it has to be an emergency.
Fair. But I mean, I'm definitely more aware of that. She knows, okay, I'm doing something. She wouldn't bother me unless it's an emergency. You see what I'm saying? But that's just with respect and trust of the team. If I know you in your massage, why would I be calling you? Unless it's an emergency. Right? But that comes with respecting boundaries, respecting the schedule, honoring the vision that you both sat and said, I agree, this is what you should be doing at this time. Now, if things come up like that does, we slide, we audible, but at least we have a structure in place to
protection, slide to the right.
Von Miller stuff comes up, but stuff comes up.
As always, we appreciate you tapping in with Two Shot Guys a Mile High.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all coming to the lair, but you gotta go.
At the spade table.
Yeah, you gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here. Until next time, we'll have you back to the lair. We just gotta have it like the Dark Knight out here. We coming through in the Batmobile. It's your boy P-Wil, Mr. Feel Good.
It's your boy W.W.W. Come fly with me, but you can't fly both the free.
And it's your boy Al-Diga,
the architect.
Still building together. Love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all listening for sure. Tap into it.